Welcome to an episode of Far From Perfect. Far From Perfect, we back in here. I got a great guest here with me. Tell you some things that I'm foreign to, a couple of foreign topics. Here we have Peggy in the building. Peggy P, keeping it P. What's up?
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. What's been going on though? How are you?
I'm pretty good. I just came back from vacation in Greece 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little sad to be back, but we'll go again next year.
Sad to be back. You prefer Greece?
Well, so growing up was always a little different for me. I don't have any family here. It's just me, my brother, and my parents. All their siblings, my first cousins, my grandma, they're all in Greece. And we hadn't gone for 17 years, so it's kind of hard, like, growing up without your family here. So we went this year in 22 and in 23. And I just look forward to going back every year just to spend time with family, even though it's just 2 weeks.
Okay.
But
How old were you when you came?
So I was born and raised here, but my parents moved here in 1995.
Okay.
So they've been here for 30 years. And
Nice.
I think we've only gone to Greece all together as a family, I think 5 times since they moved here. So
Okay. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. So what's your experience in America, you know? Where you from, actually?
so I'm from Worcester. I'm local.
Nice.
To be honest, I love Worcester. I don't think I'd ever move out of here, or at least Central Mass. I think I
Fair.
would prefer to stay here. I've been to Florida. I've been to Greece, obviously, Puerto Rico, Canada. But I think I'll always call Worcester home.
So would you call yourself well-traveled?
A little bit. I definitely want to do some more traveling, but
Word. So
yeah.
that's nice. So, like, all the places you've been to, like, Worcester's home no matter what. Like, home's where the heart is, too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nice. So what do you do for work?
So currently I'm an assistant project manager at a local construction company.
Oh, damn.
I'm a woman working in a man's field.
Yeah. What's that like?
I've honestly had a pretty good time so far. I've been doing this for about 2-3 years now. So construction is a male-dominated field. Most of the people I work with are men. But I honestly think that it's one of the best things I could have done for myself because it's really helped shape the person I am today. I used to be such a people pleaser growing up. I wanted everyone to like me. I didn't want anyone to have a bad word to say about me. Didn't know how to say no, and people would tell me all the time, like, you're too nice. But I feel like working in construction, I've really adapted and evolved, and I'm just a different to me, I think I'm a better person now because I don't let people walk all over me. But I've just had a great time, doing that. So
You never had no HR complaints?
I actually used to work in HR at
For
the
real?
same company.
So they moved you?
Yes. So I decided to enroll in this program that the company had. It's like a 2-year training program. You go through different roles of construction management. So I've been doing that for the past 2 years, but I did work in HR for 1 year at this company and then another year at a different company. And I still really enjoyed what I was doing. I liked HR, but I was just looking for more career opportunities further down the line.
So what made you want to do that, knowing that it's more male-dominated? Like, you ever had any fear, like, oh, they might not take me seriously, become a woman, anything like that? Like,
Yeah, I definitely had that fear because working in HR, we were all female, the HR department, and usually more of the office workers, like finance, marketing, mainly women. But I knew that I would have to go into estimating or working in the field. Even the assistant project management, it tends to be mostly men. We don't have a lot of females in that role. So there definitely was that concern of, how is this going to work? Like, people keep telling me I'm too nice. I'm going to need to put my foot down in this role, interact with these men that have been doing this for a lot longer than I have, all this experience. So there definitely was a little bit of fear, but I feel like I have amazing coworkers, an amazing support system that got me through it. And now I really enjoy it.
so you would say, like, overall the men you work with are positive?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
They create a good atmosphere?
Yep.
That's what I love to hear, because a lot of times the narrative is opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, like, we only see the narrative because it's in the news, and that's
Yeah.
what they want to spread in the news, and, like, people suing and stuff like that. But, like, I like to hear the good when it's like, no, like, I've had a great
Yeah.
experience working with men, so that's really nice.
Yeah, I definitely love the company that I work for and the people that I work with. So
So how does, like, you being in a relationship, thing like that, being in this field, working with a lot of men, do the guys you deal with get insecure?
I can't speak for them. If they have, I don't know about it. But I've definitely heard that, like, behind the scenes, there has been some catcalling, if you will, which I guess I don't mind, but I kind of expected it, you know, like you're gonna go on a job site that's all men, you're gonna be the only female, you're gonna get looks like that. So
I did an interview prior with a guy, Anthony, and he talked about how he does a lot of business meetings with women, and like it's strictly platonic and things like that, and people take their perception is otherwise, you know what I mean? Like, has that ever happened to you at all? Have you ever been like, it's been solely business, you've been working with someone very closely, and people perceive it as like it was something more than business and it was just a work relationship?
I don't think so. I can't think of a time where that has happened, so that's good, because I honestly don't know how I would handle it if it did. But a lot of the people I work with too are like older generation. There are now quite a few people that are roughly my age, maybe within like 5 years older, but a lot of them are like more middle aged. But that's just the nature of every job, you know. They're the people that have been there for 30, 40 years, they're retiring, the new generation's coming in. So I feel like we're still like in that transition phase. Is it ever going to happen? Possibly, but in my short time there, I don't think it's happened yet.
Are they the same like nationality as you? Are they all like Greek, or is it like?
No, I don't think I work with any Greek people, actually.
Oh, it's a melting pot?
Yeah,
okay.
Pretty much.
Nice.
It's a pretty mid-sized company, and a lot of our workers are like in the field too. So I'm only on like one project at a time, so I don't get to see everyone that works in the company. But I should be transitioning to the office soon, so I'll have like my stable group that I work with.
So like, do you have any advice for young women coming into a business field where it's male dominant and they want to succeed? What would any advice you would give them be? So
a few months ago, I actually went to Burncoat Middle School.
Okay.
And I did a whole speech on this. And I told them, you know, like, being a woman in a man's field does seem like very scary at first, because how are things going to be, you know? But you can't let fear stop you from doing things you want to do, especially if it's going to be something that's going to make you successful. You know, you have to take that chance. Even if you just want to try it out for a little bit and you see that it's not something that's for you, you can always leave, try something else. You know, it's never too late to start over. But you just can't, in that industry, like construction is a very tough industry to work in. There's a lot of tough personalities. You just can't let it get to you, you know? Like, when I first started out there, I would take work home with me. I would make a mistake and it would eat at me for the rest of the day. But over time, I learned to not be like that. You know, you made a mistake. Okay, tomorrow's a new day.
Right.
So
I want to go back to what we said at the beginning, and it's like, I firmly believe every person has the right to stop doing anything for any reason. You know what I mean? So
yes,
like,
absolutely.
I firmly believe in that. Like,
yeah.
No matter what, if it's not benefiting you, or even if it's benefiting you, just don't want to do it anymore. You have the absolute right. You know what I mean? Like, you don't owe anybody anything.
No, you don't know an explanation, nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, with that, having that mentality that you just spoke about and what you brought to the table as far as business, is that something you just learned yourself navigating the world, or was like that instilled by your parents, or that like a household thing?
I would say it's a household thing. So my parents are actually business owners, and we've been doing that for, I don't know, maybe 15 years now.
What business do they do?
They own a pizza store in Webster.
Nice. Yo, I love pizza. I'm like a low key like a pizza connoisseur.
Yeah.
I like pizza.
I'll have to bring you one sometime.
Word, yeah.
But I've been working there for roughly 10 years now, maybe a little bit more. I'm not as involved right now since I do have my full-time construction job, but growing up, like, I always just wanted to work hard. I started working very young because I saw like the value of the dollar. Yeah. And just seeing like how hard it is to make money. You know, money comes and goes, but if you don't have like good control, you're not going to have any money.
So I have a question, a little off topic.
Okay.
Is it gyro or hero?
It's gyro.
Gyro?
Yeah, that's the correct pronunciation.
Alright, because I never know this. So, like, no one's ever told me. I've been to a shop and people had said both.
Yeah.
Like, right in front of me, like in line in front of me, like they said either or. So I'm like, yo, which one is it? So gyro.
Gyro. Yep.
All right, got it. Everybody, gyro. We got it. Gyro. Gyro, right? Gyro.
Most people do say gyro, and I just go with it, but that's the correct pronunciation.
And you guys make those at your shop too?
Yes, we do.
They be good?
Yep.
I had one that was like steak before. It was straight fire.
Yeah,
and
so...
and then my sister, one day we went to lunch, and she brought me the kava.
Okay,
oh my
I think
God.
I've heard of it.
Kava's been smacking every time. The sauces, all that. I'm like, yo, it's fire.
Traditional is pork. We don't do that at the pizza store. We usually do chicken or beef, but my mom's been doing like the steak. Like you can get the steak in it if you want.
I don't even care for like lamb, but I had a lamb gyro, and it was fire.
Yeah.
It was fire. I'm not gonna lie, it was fire. And actually at my job they had like a company meeting, and they brought like a Mediterranean food, and like even like the sauce was good too. I was like, wow, this is pretty good. And it was like yogurt based, but I'm like, I don't know about it, but it actually turned out to be really good. I was like, yeah, they got some high food.
Yeah, Mediterraneans have some really good food.
White people that season. I'm trolling. Well, yeah, so that's nice. So doing all this. So what's your timeline do you have? Like, so actually, let's go back. Okay. What's your current status as far as like relationship wise?
So I'm single right now. I think I'm taking the time to really like work on myself and heal. I wouldn't say I'm looking for anything right now. But I would like to maybe by the end of this year, or, you know, it has to come naturally. If you go looking for it, it's never going to come. You just have to let things be. But I do think that I want to take some more time for myself, really work on myself, because like the podcast is called Far From Perfect, right? Mm-hmm. No one's going to be perfect.
Absolutely.
But as long as you recognize things within yourself that you feel like you need to change to be a better person, I feel like that's all you can ask for. You know, wake up every day, be 1% better, so that you can bring that to the table with friendships, with relationships. So there's definitely like a few more things I want to work on internally, because I don't want to hurt anyone. You know, I've been hurt. Right. I don't want to hurt anyone.
So if you had to guess, like, how long you think this phase is gonna last, as far as like solely being ready to date again and getting yourself ready to date again?
Hopefully not too long. I mean, what I went through was, I would say, pretty traumatic. I think if other people heard my story, they would agree. But hopefully less than a year, because I do, like, I'm a lover girl. I do like being in relationships. I do like giving one person my attention and my love. So hopefully not too long.
So was it like, this is the phase you're in right now, but if a guy comes along that you may be interested in right now, would you give him a try? Or would you be like, I'm still focused on myself?
I definitely would want to give someone a try, because the reality is you can still be with someone while also be working on yourself. You know, if you explain yourself and have that conversation and they're willing to help you get to where you want to be, I feel like that's great. So I don't want to shut out like any opportunity I have, because you never know like when the right one's going to come along. So
let's say you're not seeking, but you're open.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes,
that's
for
nice,
sure.
Nice. So let me ask you this. Everybody wants to know this from every single person. So what's your type?
So I've only been in 2 relationships until now. I don't know. I would say like maybe tattoos, just because I have tattoos. I like tattoos on a man.
How many tattoos you have?
I have 5.
Oh, okay.
But they're not all visible.
I get it.
So I think I would definitely like tattoos. I used to be into like piercings. It's not a deal breaker, but depends on the person, you know. More of like a clean look. They know how to dress. Yeah. Not
Define
looking.
Know how to dress. Do you want like suit and tie guy, streetwear?
Both.
Okay.
It depends where you go. You know, like if you're gonna go to a fair, you don't want someone that's gonna be wearing like, or me personally, like dress pants, and you know, if you're gonna go to the Big E, streetwear would be good. But if you're gonna go to a nice restaurant, you don't want to be wearing streetwear there, you know.
Right. Exactly.
So
Fair enough.
Definitely someone
with a collar. Respect yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely someone tall, because I like to wear heels, at least 3 inches. So
what's tall?
5'10" and above.
Okay,
that's I'm
5'7". I thought you were gonna say like 6'4", 6'5".
No.
I'm gonna say get out of here. You're done.
I mean, I wouldn't say no if they were that tall, but
I mean, obviously, but like that's not like he has to be over 6'2", like, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's not a deal breaker, because like if I go out on the weekends, I want to wear heels. Most of my heels are 3 to 4 inches, so if you're 5'10", 5'11", we'll be the same height with heels on. I could do it.
Nice. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
And like, do you just like stick to white guys? Are you like Spanish guys, black guys?
I do really enjoy Hispanic culture. I
Okay.
love Spanish music. I'm very picky when it comes to food, so I can't say I love Spanish food, but definitely some type of culture
So
would be
just
preferred.
so white or Spanish?
Yeah, like around there, or like maybe Middle Eastern, but also religion plays a big role in the
Yeah.
Greek community. So
So that's another. I never really understood like, well, never known, not understood, but never known like,
yeah,
what religion do like Greek people predominantly practice? Like in the Middle East, like Mediterranean. Excuse me, an example. Overall.
I think most of the Mediterranean I would say is Orthodox, or at least like the Balkans, like
Okay.
because you could consider like Morocco and Egypt also Mediterranean because they border, but they have a different religion. They're
Yeah.
mainly Muslim, but most of the Balkans, like, well, I guess Italy's like usually Catholic, and they're also Mediterranean.
Right. And you said that it's like, as far as like a cultural thing, but how was it for you? So like that's very important to you that they have at least similar religion.
It is really important to me, or if they would at least be willing to get baptized and be Orthodox Christian.
Right. That's fair.
Yeah, it's a very big deal in our community, and to me, it's something that I have a lot of value for. It's like one of my biggest values. So
I get it, and there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that. That's
Yeah.
it's okay to have a preference.
yeah, that's true.
It's nice. So I'm really glad you came up and we had this conversation.
Yeah.
So like, I just want to know like, what is it things that I don't know that like you wanna tell the world, or just about being a young Greek woman coming up in the heart of Massachusetts,
Well,
navigating the business world. Like, what's it really take? Like, what is the real you? Like, on an everyday, like, how do you feel? What do you do to keep this train going?
So, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of people that I have talked to and that I have in my life have said that 2025 has just not been our year. Like, it's just like one bad thing after another, and I can really relate to that. But even like the past 5 years of my life, I feel like I've gone through things that I obviously wish I hadn't gone through, like negative experiences and stuff. But I think especially this year, what
So, like,
has
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
it's
but, like,
okay.
Can we tap into that? Like, maybe just like one or two maybe negative experiences and like how you got through it, because like you're here today.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that is
So,
very
like,
true. Yeah.
That's a testament to itself. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
that's what I want to get to. Like, how'd you get through that so you can be here today with me talking about
Right. So beginning of this year, I went through a breakup. We tried working on things again towards the spring. Didn't work out. And then I found out that I was getting cheated on for the entire time on a regular basis. That's very traumatic for someone to go through. But the biggest lesson that I learned from that was to not allow one person or one bad experience define your life. You know,
Absolutely. That's a great lesson.
yeah, we're still young. We still have a lot of life to live. It's not the end of the world. And like, I spend a lot more time on my phone than I should. I'm on TikTok a lot, and just seeing like other girls like 10 months after a breakup, they're still crying and stuff, which I definitely understand. But I just want to help people in any way that I can and give them advice and share my experience and what I did to get through it so that they can also be in a better position.
Right.
You know, when I did find out this information and when I was going through all of that, I'm not going to lie, there was like a week or two where I was just sulking. I didn't want to do anything. I would come home from work, take a nap, wake up, shower, go to work the next day. I didn't want to do anything. But I feel like I quickly snapped out of that and just really disciplined myself. And I was like, I'm not going to let this one person or this one experience determine the rest of my life. You know, I'm going to keep living my life the way I want to and the way I was before.
Right.
So I love going to the gym. I'm very into health and fitness.
Really?
So,
I like to lift.
yeah, yep,
That's
lifting. I don't think a lot of people like cardio, but definitely love lifting.
I do it because it needs to be done.
Exactly.
I don't love it, but I don't necessarily mind it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just like kind of snapped out of it, and I was like, this is what makes me happy. I need to get back into it. So, and I have a great support system. Like, I cannot thank my friends, my family, my coworkers enough for helping me through that time, because they were a big part of me being here right now and being the person that I am. So just like snapping out of that mindset, I started going to the gym again every day, pushing myself harder than I was before so I could see results and the progress that I wanted to.
Did you revenge body him?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've always had a nice body, so
fair.
And that's another thing too, like I feel like a lot of, and it's not just girls because it's not just guys that are cheaters, but either way, like you always want to get that revenge when you've been hurt, but I really came to learn that you don't need to get revenge because who they are as people compared to who you are is enough. You know, the best thing you can do is work on yourself, and whether it's God, karma, whatever higher being you believe in, it's going to work itself out. You don't need to do anything because the universe will do what it's supposed to do.
I say this all the time, leave it with God.
Exactly. And I'm not going to lie, it did take me a long time to finally understand that and believe it. I was very angry. I did want to do everything I could to not get back at, but just like make him look bad. I don't know. But
so like, but how does that tie into making him look bad? Like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna get hotter now than I was when I was with you, and I'm gonna pretend to date other guys, and so you can imagine in your head like this guy's enjoying my sweet ass now, and you're not anymore. It's like, is that the revenge? Like that's gonna hurt no more? Like, but essentially, like I hear the logic behind it.
Yeah.
But it's like the circumstance of the relationship. I don't think that would help because like he was cheating on you.
Exactly. So it's not going to matter.
Right.
And that's the other thing that I want people to understand. When it comes to people like that, it doesn't matter what you do. They don't want to be with you, you know? So when you're doing these things to elevate yourself, you have to do it because you want to do it, not because you want to get revenge towards another person, you know?
Because a lot of times when a man cheats on a woman, they are willing to risk their relationship. I risk losing them.
Yeah.
Because they understand what comes with it. If I get caught cheating, I could potentially lose her.
Yeah.
They're taking that risk. So if you actually do leave, they dealt with that internally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they already understand that I'm gonna see her with a new guy. Like, you look much better and you're hotter? Yeah, that might. Oh man, she looks really good, but it's not a deal breaker where it's like he's not punching air because of it. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So
exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's very true.
Like the focal point of it to me would just be like work on yourself. And do it for yourself, you know what I mean, and nothing else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I think when you focus on yourself, what you want will come your way.
Absolutely.
Because I've heard your story, I heard you speak. I firmly believe, based off what I know from you, that you are someone who could make a man very happy. You know what I mean?
I'd hope so.
Are what they consider now wifey material.
Yeah.
I don't really like using those type of terms, but yeah, I think you'd be a strong member in a union. So
yeah.
I think even after this some men will court you, to be honest, to tell you the truth, but yeah.
I appreciate that.
Of
yeah.
course.
I mean, and the thing is too, I feel like when we go through a bad experience or like a negative experience, we're like, what did I do to deserve this? But later on in life, you'll look back and realize that that's the best thing that could have happened to you. Because there were good opportunities that came from it. I'm not going to lie. I'm the happiest I've been in a very long time, in years right now, because I'm doing what makes me happy. For example, I know it's silly, but like I wanted to start making TikToks.
How's that silly? Everyone does it.
Well, I was just like nervous, getting in front of the camera.
I'm seeing gangsters doing this.
Exactly. Yeah.
On TikTok now.
But like I found the courage to start doing that because again, like you can't let fear stop you from doing things that you want to do because you're not going to go anywhere in life if you do, you know. I was nervous to come here and here I am now, you know.
So my thing is like from my perspective is like I think in America you're young, attractive, blonde. Like it's typical girl next door type of thing, America's sweetheart, like
Aww.
Bad things for you don't really turn into bad days. Like
exactly.
They can be solved very quickly. Like you're the heart of America. You know what I mean? So it's like literally, I'm not even trying to joke. I'm being so serious. Like I think like me and you could have the same problem, but it's gonna affect my life totally different and probably much worse than would affect yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I kind of I hear your perspectives. Maybe I could figure out a way I could apply a little bit to me, where like this makes you a tad bit easier. But I don't know. And then like, I also feel like at the same time, from what your stories and what you said, it's like, what was the purpose of of like him cheating? Like, was there any like, well, you don't really know the purpose, but like, how was the relationship? Was things going good and he was just had a whole nother side of him that you didn't know about, or was it like you guys had problems and issues and he'll go out and do his thing and you found out about that stuff?
So I actually didn't find out about all this until after we broke up for the last time.
Oh, okay.
So yes, he was living a double life, and I had no idea. Right under my nose, and I had no idea.
Did you guys live together?
No. But we didn't live together, but we would talk on the phone every day. I would like to think that I always knew where he was. He always knew where I was. And then
well, that wasn't the case.
It clearly was not, you know. But just like after I found all this out, I like went back and put the pieces together. Like, oh, he was doing that when he told me he was doing this, you know. So I mean, unfortunately, it did happen. I think to be cheating on someone to that extent, I think it's a mental illness. I think it's something that you really need to seek help for.
So not normal. So you think like serial cheating and manipulation is a mental illness?
I think so.
What would you diagnose it as?
Probably like a sex addiction and narcissistic personality disorder. I'm not a therapist. I have taken psychology classes in college, but I think that's probably what I would.
But there's different forms. There's different forms of sex addiction, though.
True.
There's a lot of different ones. Like you can be addicted to porn, prostitutes, both. You could be addicted to just like having sex with one person all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of hard to like just say that, oh, if you're a cheater, you have sex addiction, because that's not true. Like,
right.
Some people just have attachment issues.
Yeah, that's true.
What it is. And like some people are literally, the way that they receive love is by hurting someone, and that person still stays in love. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that's right, but that's more than a lot of people's reality. You know what I mean? So like, take into consideration too. So like, it might not be narcissism or sex addiction. It could literally be like RAD or something like that, rational attachment disorder. Like it could. That's how they're coping with it. Like,
right. Yeah. Stuff. I definitely think it depends on the situation and how they're doing it, who they're doing it with. But at the end of the day, I think it's better to seek professional help and learn like why you are like that. You know. And I can definitely speak to like staying with someone. Not that I ever found out I was getting cheated on while I was in the relationship, but because I was so in love with him, I did have friends and my own mother tell me like, I feel like you would have stayed with him even if you did know that he was cheating on you. Wow. And I obviously don't want to look like that. Right. I don't want to come off like that. So, you know, it was an incredibly unfortunate thing that happened, but I truly believe it was for the better that that happened and that I found out the way I did. So
are you like ride or die, like, oh, he's cheating, but at the end of the day he's coming home to me, or it's like, I don't know, like I'm out of there?
Now, knowing what I know, I don't think I would stay with someone who cheated on me. I would hope that I don't, but love is blinding sometimes.
But prior, it wouldn't have been a deal breaker?
I don't know. I love too hard, man. Like,
if you have to guess, you know the answer.
Yeah. But
I mean, I'm glad you experienced growth and you understand like that's not the route you want to take, and I'm proud of you for that. So, off topic, well, another topic. What kind of music do you like?
Oh man, I listen to like everything.
Listen to rap?
I listen to rap. I feel like I haven't done research on like newer music that has come out. Like if someone's playing it in the car and I'm like, oh, I like that song, I'll add it.
So what's a rap song? You can like spit a verse word for word.
The entire song?
No, just like a verse, like even like 4 or 5 bars of it.
Okay, most of the song I can verse for verse. I can do Mona Lisa by Lil Wayne.
For real?
Yes.
Do like 5 bars right now. Just 5.
I feel like it has to be playing for you.
Oh, you don't know off the top of your head, like there's not a part of it you just know off the top of your head, like doing this. Like.
Well, I probably can't. Like, I would have to like listen to like the tune in my head. But I feel like I definitely. I'm also not a good singer.
Like, yo, no joke. I be on TikTok. I be on TikTok too. I be looking and shit. And there's like this old white guy who be rapping music.
Yes, I think I've seen it.
I love to see it. It is absolutely
Yeah.
hilarious. And I was thinking like, even like when white girls be doing it, I be rolling. And like, yo, I saw the episode, right? And my boy Gus, he was saying how like he be in the clubs and he's like security, and like
Yep.
when rap comes on and they be saying the N word and
Oh.
white people edit themselves. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. You be editing yourself?
Yes, I definitely have, like, especially like in public. I feel like you have to, like, in today's society. But I feel like I've gotten like pretty good at it. You know, it's like almost second nature. Or even if you're like, if you listen to a song without it being explicit, like the clean version.
Okay.
I mean, I tend to not do that, but yeah.
So like, you never been alone in the car and just like, yeah, my nigga. Like,
I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate for this.
why?
But
That's the thing. Like, I'm a black person, but like, I don't take offense to those type of things. You know what I
okay,
mean? Like,
yeah.
we're all human. Like, let's get real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that is true.
if someone's in the car and they're alone and they're like reciting a song, like, they're not a racist. Like, come on.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
No,
Like,
that is
let's
true.
be
Yeah.
honest. Like, they actually like the music of a person.
Exactly.
So, like,
Exactly.
They've heard
yeah.
it so many times. They know the words. So
Yeah.
it's quite opposite of racism. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I recommend. You go around the street like, yeah, my niggas, that,
Yeah, no,
because
we're
it's a
not
song.
doing that.
No, but like, if you're in your car driving, it comes on and it's like, Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
like, my niggas, like, and you just like rap along with it, like, do
You
you
get into it sometimes. Yeah, like the
Do
song's
you?
that good, you get into it. Even like sometimes I'll be okay, obviously I'm not like singing out loud when I'm at the gym, but like when a song like that comes on and I'm just like reciting it to myself, I feel like people are just looking at me like, what is she doing? Like, you know what I mean?
So you'll actually project the words out, but you
No,
might mouth them.
No, you can't do that in the gym. But I do mouth them a lot. Like I'll be walking, and I also like, I'm not gonna lie, I look like a bitch in the gym. Like I have straight RBF in the gym.
Oh man.
And then when I'm like singing these like rap songs like that, like I can only imagine what people are thinking.
I'm not gonna lie, like, you're the type I'm scared of in the gym. The white girls are RBF. I'll be like, wherever, even if I have to go next to them to work out on a machine, I'll go somewhere else and just wait. I don't want to be anywhere near you.
But I'm so nice in the gym. Like I'm very social. Like if someone will come up, granted it is mostly guys. I only think I have like a couple girlfriends like in the gym, but like if someone will come up to me and start a conversation, I'll conversate back. Like I'm not the type to just be like, no, don't talk to me. Like, you know what I mean? I spend a lot of time talking in the gym.
Do you go out much?
I definitely used to not when I was in a relationship, but
now,
yeah, like and it's not even about like going out to hoe it up, if you will. Like I'm not even going out for that purpose. Like just like have a good time with my friends, listen to good music, have a drink or two. Especially if you like, you know, other friends are going out, just like seeing people, you know, meeting new people, going to new,
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah. My friends have called me a social butterfly lately. I don't know how
Really?
I don't know how true that is because I still am a little shy around new people, but
So if a guy approaches you, are you like ill, or is it like you entertain him? Like
I would entertain it, but like if I feel like it's coming to a point where like they're interested in me and I'm not interested in them, like I have to set that boundary.
you
like
let it be known.
Yeah.
How would you do it?
It depends how they approach me. Like if they're in the DMs like, oh, like I'd like to take you out, I'm interested, and I'm not really feeling it, like I'll tell them like, you know, I'm going through it right now, I'm working on myself, maybe another time, you know, let them down easy.
What about if it's like at a bar and he's like trying to talk to you? Like,
It depends how. Like if they're being like very like forceful, like, oh, let me buy you a drink, and you're like, no, I'm okay, and they're like persistent and like you're not about that, I think I would just like be mean and walk away. Because like if you're not understanding that I'm saying no, how is that going to work out?
right.
You know?
So far, like, you're like probably the third or fourth woman I've spoken to, and aggressive is an automatic no. It seems like.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, women don't like aggression. So the guys who say that women like that are straight up liars. That notion is 0 for 4 at this couch, and these women from all different walks of life. So the lie, that's a complete lie. If you're an aggressive man when it comes to women, or overly persistent, or the idea of like, I'm a guy who gets what I want, and I'm gonna not stop until I get what I want.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
that doesn't really
That's
work.
a huge turn
You know what I
off.
mean? Like,
No.
I've seen cases where women have been attracted to that, but
It does
I kind of
happen.
feel like they're not really attracted to them. Just like you're the safe guy at that point. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like I've done fucked off all these dudes, and you still want to date me? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you're not gonna. I can treat you like shit, so I can. I'll marry a doormat. I'll take a doormat seriously.
So some girls are like that, you know. I personally prefer like equal respect, but
Yeah, as we all, but
yeah.
that isn't reality. Not everyone's reality. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's true. And there's nothing wrong with it, you know, like everyone's different. Everyone has their own preferences. What is my cup of tea per se isn't going to be someone else's, you know. But you just have to like find the person that aligns with you, your morals, your values.
And I just feel like the liberation of women is really high right now. So like, women don't really feel shame. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Even when it's something that could be completely morally wrong, someone will find a way to sympathize or empathize with women. And like, that's just the truth. I'm not trying to be sexist or whatever, but like, that really happens. You know what I mean? Like, even by women are their own community. You know what I mean? So like, they surround women, and it's like, yeah, she did this, but she went through this. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
yeah. I definitely feel like women are definitely getting their power back, which makes me so happy because, again, like going through what I'm going through, I don't want anyone to go through that or feel like less of themselves and stuff like that. So that's why, like, I think there's value in sharing your experiences, and it's not even necessarily to like expose like another person or to bash them. It's just like you're trying to help other people who have gone through the same experiences. Like, we're all human. No one's perfect. Like, why can't we just help each other?
Just think about it though. From what I'm saying, as far as like a liberation standpoint, it's like right now I've said like you are someone I could see deserving proper courtship. You know what I mean? And like, you're not out sleeping around with a bunch of guys after your breakup, none of that stuff. But if you were, women would surround you and would think the same thing that I'm thinking, but they would still say she deserves the same things that I believe currently, even though since their breakup to now, she slept with 30 men. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying you would do that. But like, I'm saying it doesn't really matter if you did. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, they actually, if men were to call you out on that, women would rally around you and basically tell them that they're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I could definitely see like a girl's girl, you know? Like,
exactly. There's more girls than less.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But like, at the same time,
you guys will shame the girls who aren't girls.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I see it online all the time. A girl will say something, or even though it might be true, but like, you guys have like some kind of code, I guess, where like it's not, you shouldn't say that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't bring up elephants in the room, and a girl does that. Like, yeah, she's not a girl's girl. It would be right on the comments.
No, it does happen a lot. It does. But like, even though I can appreciate that, at the same time, like, when you feel or see that someone is doing something wrong, I think you should call them out on it. You know, if they're doing something that is gonna, I don't even want to say like lessen their value, but like just something that wouldn't be considered as correct, I feel like you should call a girl out and tell her like, hey, like, I understand it's your life, you do whatever you want to do, but like, maybe you shouldn't.
Yeah,
you
so
know
it sounds
I mean?
like to me like you understand like there's certain time and a place where like women need to hold other women accountable.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I agree, and I'm not saying all the time. Like, I believe sometimes like, yeah, like, have your girls back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe that, and I understand it. But, like, there's certain times where it's like, no, like, you need to be realistic with your homegirl. You know
exactly.
I mean? Like, that's how men do. Like, I'm like, a lot of my homies, like, I got their back, but like, sometimes I tell them like, bro, like, nah, you were wrong right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with that, and I hold them to a certain standard, and they do the same to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're wilding with that. Like, I'm not. I can't condone that right there. Nah, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think that everybody should be holding everybody accountable when they're in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Do I think you should be judging people? No.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, but do I think if it's a situation where, say, it's between you, or say your friend and another friend have an issue with a guy, and your friend's really in the wrong, don't just sit there and validate her being in the wrong because that's your girl. You know what I mean? You need to tell her like, nah, this was wrong.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like, and that's what makes, I feel like that's what makes a good friend a good friend. Like, if you're just gonna let everything slide and you're gonna let me fuck up my life, What kind of friend is
Right.
that, you know?
Because I believe, like, I don't believe in people stepping out on unions in general, but like
Yeah.
especially like when it's a good woman. When I feel like it's a good woman, like, and I'll tell my friends like that was wrong. That was a good woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I
Mhm.
feel like it's very hard to come by with a woman that's good enough for you, perfect for
Yes.
you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, nobody's perfect, but there is somebody that's perfect for you.
Yeah.
And when you get that person, and you take them for granted. I don't respect that because there's other people who would literally work 80 hours a week, 90 hours a week, if that means taking care of the woman that's perfect for them. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? You
Yeah.
have that, and we're doing minimum. You know what I mean? And you taking them for granted. Like, I feel like it's very selfish.
It
And not only
is.
that, you've scorned a good woman. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not only have you blocked your own blessing, you blocked you taken a blessing away from her,
Mhm.
and now she going to the next relationship with baggage, or like with preconceived notions. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like,
Yeah.
it's a lot of you're creating a lot of turmoil when you do that. And like, I'm not saying stay with the same person, but like, if you guys break up, let it be a mutual breakup. Like, you guys both realize it just isn't working out for whatever reasons, but like,
Mhm.
it's no. I wouldn't say you're the best of friends, but like, it's no ill will, no hard
Right.
feelings. Like,
Right.
and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But like, come to that understanding together. Like, don't just hurt someone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. And like that's like a little bit of what we were talking about earlier. Like if you don't want to be with someone, if you feel like your lives don't align anymore, just don't be together. Like you don't it takes nothing to be a good person and not hurt someone else. Just cut it off. Have that conversation like, you know, this is where I'm at in life. I don't feel like we're on the same page, or like I don't feel attraction towards you anymore. Have that conversation. Don't go behind their back cheating, bad mouthing them, you know what I mean? Like anything that you can do that's going to hurt them, you don't need to do that.
Right.
And I don't know why in 2025 we're still acting like there's no other way that you can leave a relationship except for hurt someone.
So we are far from perfect here. Has there ever been a time where it's like you were far from perfect, a situation where like you were the one that was in the wrong and you had to hold yourself accountable to it? Would you like to talk about that or share it?
Oh, that's a really good. I mean, I don't want to sit here and make it seem like no, I've never done anything wrong, but
Yeah.
just like trying to pinpoint like a certain time. I don't know. I would say just because like we've been like on the topic, I guess, but when I was going through that breakup this we'll say like late winter, I put a lot of the blame on myself. And I was like, no, the relationship didn't work out because of me. We were arguing every week. Like, I shouldn't have been on his ass as much, whatever, whatever. And like, I would like say this to my friends, and my friends were like, Peggy, like, why are you doing that? Why are you putting all the blame on yourself? Like, it wasn't you, you know, like he has manipulated you into thinking that you are the problem. But, and it took me, and I truly did feel like that. When we broke up, I truly did feel like that. Like, oh, I was the one that pushed him away. Like, if I hadn't done this, if I hadn't done that. And because you're so used to something for like years on end, it's hard to get out of that mentality that you were the problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes you are the problem. Sometimes you have things, it's just your personality. Like, you have flaws, you have things that you need to work on. And it takes a lot of effort to recognize that and to change that. But you can't sit there and take all the blame for something that took two people, you know? So slowly but surely, and because I have such a great support system, I came out of that and I was like, you know what? I was putting all the blame on myself when I should have been putting some of the blame on myself. Because
Right.
yes, there were things that I could have done different in the relationship, things that I shouldn't have done, whether it was like name calling in an argument or stuff like that. But
You mean name calling, you be like, that's why I hate you, like, you little dick, you shrimp dick. Like, that's the type of shit you would say.
yeah, like to an extent, not those words, but like name calling, like things that you
Yeah.
like.
What do you think about the T app?
Okay, so I was so eager to like download that. I thought that you like get accepted automatically, which you don't. But I did download it. I like applied, whatever, and then it took a few weeks for them to accept me. But by that time, like all these like data breaches had already come out. So I was
Right.
like, oh, like I don't think I want to be on this anymore. So the day that I got accepted, I was actually in Greece. This happened like a few days ago. The day that I got accepted, I immediately opened it. And I was like, fuck, like, how do I delete my account? Like, I don't want to have this anymore. I don't want my phone to get hacked. But then I realized, like, you can't delete your account. You have to, like, I think you have to just delete the app. So I sat there for, like, 5-10 minutes, like, kept scrolling, like, because it was, like, in the Boston area. Yeah. So I was just scrolling just to see if there was, like, anyone on there that I knew, which there wasn't. I didn't see a single person that I know on there. So I was kind of sad about that. But
I thought you were going to say, like, I was happy about that. So I'm kind of sad.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, if they're a shitty person, I know they're a shitty person. I would hope that they ended up on that app, but no, there was no one on there that I knew, which makes me feel better about the people that I have in my life, you know. So I quickly deleted that because I just don't want to deal with all that hacking and whatever, especially with like the professional world too. Like, no.
Yeah, I hear you. No wrong with that. You don't want that drama in your life.
No,
it's unnecessary.
No. Yeah,
Right.
And like that's another thing too. Like, one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year is you really need to cut out anything that is not for you and like toxicity out of your life, whether it's family, friends, relationships. Like, if it's not serving you to become better, cut it out.
Right.
You know?
So before we wrap up, is there anything you want to ask me? Anything you want to know from me?
Oh, that's a good question. Damn, I should have thought this before. So what's like... So we've talked a lot about like relationships in life. Like, what are things that you have gone through that maybe you thought were like, oh, like this is the end of my life. Like, it's never going to be up from here again. But like that has turned out to be a positive thing and has brought you to where you are.
I've never in my life thought this is the end, this is over.
Yeah.
I always feel like if I can wake up tomorrow, something can happen for me. So I can't really answer that question correctly. There have been times where I was like down, like, damn, like, when is things gonna get right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I would say really like a long time ago, like back when I was done playing college football, like I really just felt like I didn't have a purpose. You know what I mean? I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. Like, I wasn't trying to go work at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what am I gonna do? I gotta figure shit out. And, like, I really just didn't have guidance at the time. Like, everybody who was older who was doing stuff, they were doing things that I didn't want to do, or just that wasn't my niche. You know what I'm saying? Because like, everything is not for everyone.
Absolutely.
So, like, at that time, I really didn't feel like I had my niche. I really didn't understand what I was gonna go through. So like, really, I just found like fitness. It was like a channel for me because I realized like sports was a channel for me. So like when I didn't have that anymore, I lost that channel, and that's what was bringing me down. So like, I really just applied like the same mentality to fitness because I've always been a strong guy, like into powerlifting and stuff like that. Like, it just came with the sport. So yeah, I just got into that stuff. And
that's awesome. Love that.
That's really what brought me out of it, and it helped me open my mind up to see other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. No, I really love that.
Well, I thank you for this conversation. It's been really great to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's awesome. Hope I can see you again. We'll come up. I have a group discussion coming up, and also, what's coming up really soon is I'm doing a couple series because we're gonna get into live dating as well. Have some couples at first. So like, if you have any couples, any friends that like to come up and you can give your outside perspective on their relationship, that'd be really dope. So hopefully I can have you again.
Yeah, I'm always down.
Thanks
always
for
down to have a
coming.
good conversation.
It's been real having you, Peggy P, keeping it P with me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Another episode of Far From Perfect with Peggy P, keeping it P. Peace out.